normal.
I know.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Haley.
And I'm Hannah.
Doing like a little updated Q&A for you guys because a lot has happened since the last time we did this. It was like a year ago, so
It's crazy.
I know.
You to ask us questions on our Instagram, so we'll put them right here.
At Fresno State for their women's basketball team, and we're gonna be juniors next season.
Yes.
That's crazy. Or COVID sophomores.
Yeah, depending. Let's get into the questions.
You guys on my Instagram earlier today, and then I just picked through the most like repetitive questions. So question we're gonna answer is playing overseas or professionally at all.
I don't know. I don't think that like anything's set in stone. Obviously, if like an opportunity like presents itself for something crazy, like we would obviously really consider that just because we do love basketball. But like for me personally, that wouldn't be like my first choice if there are other opportunities. So I personally wouldn't want to play overseas, and I hate flying, and I would hate being that far away from my family.
Kind of said we're not gonna like shoot anything down, and a lot can change just in a year.
Yeah.
So I mean, for right now, we're planning to do some other things, and just like getting our degree and figuring out life like outside of basketball when that time comes. But if the opportunity presents itself, like we wouldn't like shoot it down right away.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if we could play together overseas. So like that's what I love playing about basketball mostly, is because I get to play with like my twin. A huge like impact on me playing basketball.
Right. This is something a lot of people are asking, whereas about like our ESPN interview with Outside the Lines and Jeremy Schaap, and then like what's like that. I think people were confused, like what was that on? So touching on that, we did have a really cool interview with ESPN and Jeremy Schaap. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but my family was like, it was like some big thing, so we prepared for it. But yeah, it aired last Saturday on ESPN, and now I think it's airing on SportsCenter soon. But it was basically just about name, image, and likeness for student athletes across the country, and me and him are just talking about basically why student athletes should be able to make money and profit off their name and likeness. So it was a really cool opportunity to just to speak with ESPN. It was just like cool too, because like we were the ones that they picked to like represent kind of like the student athletes. And I think different because how we would use like our name, image, and likeness would be different from like a high-rated athlete. So I think that's really cool, just having an opportunity just like any other athlete. And we had to prepare for like how many days? Because it's
like a week before for the interview. It really helped us. So shout out Fresno State.
And why we were in the March Madness tournament, and then like what was postseason. So for like mid-major schools, if you don't get an automatic bid to the March Madness tournament, because they only take 64 teams, you're required to win your tournament in your conference tournament. And so we fell short again this year, which sucks because we're now 0-2 in championship games, because that's like our huge goal, is to go to the March Madness tournament, our teams. And so it definitely sucks, but since we did not get the automatic bid for our conference, Wyoming did, to go to the tournament, the March Madness tournament, we went to the WNIT instead. The WNIT is like the second tournament. We had some really good competition. So we played Mizzou the first game, and we only had 8 people go. And so there was only 3 starters that went. It was me, Haley, and Weetala, and then the rest of our team. And we beat Mizzou, which is like insane. So cool. Many of the team did not go. They entered the transfer portal. So just like being in that environment with our teammates that chose to come was like literally amazing, and beating Mizzou, like, which is an SEC school, which is crazy. And then we played Rice the following day, and they ended up winning the whole WNIT. And it was like a really close game until like the final 2 minutes. They kind of got like a 12-point lead on us. But it was still cool to see, like, we definitely could have had the chance to win that game. If our legs were just done, because everyone was tired. But how hard was it mentally this year as a COVID year, and like the hardest thing about the season?
I think it was like literally one of the worst years of my life.
Yeah.
Like it was like I could cry thinking about it. Like this year was god awful. No.
Yeah, I think that like COVID for all athletes out there was really, really hard, but then like dealing with other like personal issues and like on top of COVID for Hannah and I was like really hard. Mentally we struggled, but it made us definitely better.
This year's just been crazy, so I'm glad it was like a COVID year, and hopefully we can get like fans next year and things like that.
It was a mental grind all season and trying to be checked in like with whatever you do. But I think that just has helped us overall. So that's like, how do we deal with haters and do we get doubted by a lot of people? And I think that you can't please everyone, no matter what, especially if you put yourself out there, and somebody's always gonna have an opinion on you no matter the age, if they're your best friend one day, if not. So I just think that understanding who you are and staying true to yourself no matter the opinions of others, that's something I've always learned, and especially when you're putting yourself out there on social media, you gotta kind of have a hard head with that.
Always compare and like compare basketball and like looks and personalities and things like that. So like we just learned like we're never gonna compete with each other. Everyone's gonna have different opinions and views. So just going along, like you have to take everything like people say with a grain of salt.
And I also, how we deal with it is like, person's approval I'm going for is God's and the man upstairs. So like, whatever these people are commenting or saying or whatever, like no matter what, like you shouldn't have their approval or try to please everyone, because at the end of the day, it is what it is, you know? What was the best memorable thing about the season as a team and individually? And I just think getting through the year was definitely just rewarding in itself, but I think as a team, like I'm really proud of our team for just fighting and never getting up. No matter like what anything threw at us, we still would come together and compete day in, day out, and just making it to the championship game, not even having our best season as we should, but together, like, and competing and even trying and playing against Wyoming in the championship game and getting to the championship game was definitely like a grind. So I think just that was rewarding, as well as like beating Mizzou in the tournament. I like really thought that was really cool. Yeah, so that was definitely the most fun like game we played in.
Yeah, I would just say just being on the West team was one of my goals coming in, but like I have bigger goals next season with defensive things, so you can continue to keep working, because like your goals and obviously are different each year.
That mine would be
Player of the year.
Probably
Miss Player of the Year.
I think that it's just crazy because like going in out of high school, like you don't even know what to expect of yourself, and then like playing with Hannah, like it's just like that's just a goal in itself, like being on the court with your twin sister and just being able to like enjoy that. But yeah, like you write down goals. I like looked back at my notes and like I wanted to be the player of the year this year, and it's just fun to see that like that came true. So I think I'm really proud of. Our overall goal always is to get to the March Madness tournament. I think just even watching it like each year, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just want to be there, because you see all these other people doing it and all these other teams, and you just try to envision yourself there. So I just think that just keep speaking into existence. I think we'll be there next year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Move on to like non-basketball questions maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so dream job once basketball is over if we do not pursue it professionally.
I think my dream job would just be doing this. Obviously, like I love interacting with you guys. It's like my favorite thing, just messaging you guys and like talking to you. So I think this, like to consider this a job one day,
it's like
a job is like, I don't know, I just think that's amazing, and like that's not something that you wake up to every single day. Like we're so blessed to have that even be an opportunity. So yeah, that's would be mine.
Yeah, I think that like what Han said, like just giving this platform like last year, all of a sudden, I think it's just crazy to think about, like to see how many people that we can meet through just like social media is crazy. And if that's a job one day, that'd just be crazy. So
starting a business, I think like we'd want to start a business and things like that, just to like go off of this.
Yeah. Someone was asking about merch and stuff. So touching on like the NIL, which is the name, image, and likeness topic, we can't really make merch or anything right now or work with companies, unfortunately, just because it hasn't passed. So I mean, you can't really do much about it, but we really do want to make merch for you guys and hoodies and stuff, because we know a lot of people have been asking about that, and it's something that would be really fun to do, just to
like
create.
Like one of the things that we're going to try to get out as soon as possible once we can, and so we're super excited for that and for you guys to be able to rock that.
Yeah. You guys get through tough periods of feeling burnout?
I don't even think like burnout is like the word, just like mentally when you're going like through things. I think what I do is I just like try to like turn to God. I know that can sound like cliche and stuff, but that will help you like so much and just see a different perspective in life. So just talking to the man upstairs, I think helps.
Yeah, going through a tough period, all of a sudden things just keep getting worse and worse, and it's like a domino effect, so you're like, what the heck? But happening for a reason. I always just tell Hannah that like everything that's supposed to happen is going to happen. Everything that goes bad is supposed to go bad, and you just have to trust in that and trust that there's reasonings for things. So journey and eating journey, how did you gain a lot of muscle and lose a lot of weight?
So I don't think me and you like talk about this a lot just because you don't really want to talk about things, but like our fitness journey throughout like 4 years has completely changed in how we eat. In high school, like freshman and sophomore and junior year, I feel like we would kind of eat whatever we want to be fueling our bodies the way that they should be fueled. Senior year, I think that we did kind of go on a diet. We did keto for I think about a year. We just did like really low carbs, and then we lost a lot of weight that way. And then freshman year, you obviously have to, they didn't want us to be like super skinny, so we had to gain muscle, and then we started working out.
And said like getting your body to the most fit it's been like your senior year, and then transitioning into college, and like we are smaller guards, so our coaches wanted us to put more muscle on and just be able to compete. It's all about basketball and being able, and I think the hardest thing Hannah and I struggled with is like our idea of being in fitness shape compared to like basketball shape. So it's like,
yes.
What are you putting into your body before games instead of like what we would consume on the daily, just being at home and working out.
Also, like when you're going through it, like don't compare your bodies like to other people. Like even Haley and I have different bodies. Like Haley will carry fat in more areas, and I'll carry fat in different areas. And like if you're constantly comparing yourself to like different girls, like you will never find like happiness within yourself. That's something that I learned. Like everyone's body is different, everyone's body is beautiful, so you just have to be happy with like the body that God gave you.
Are we in a relationship, and do we still have boyfriends? Yes, I am in a relationship with Carson. I have been for 2 years now, so we do long distance and stuff, but we finally got to see each other, so that was really, really good. I'm not in a relationship anymore. Keep my relationship kind of private, so I always have been that way. I've never really wanted to, people were like asking that in my DMs and stuff, but yeah, everything I did good, so I guess. I just wanted to address it so like people don't like keep asking me and things like that, but yeah. Goals for 2021 through 2022. Really, I don't really have any. I'm just trying to enjoy tanning.
Here, like the March Madness tournament is for sure a big goal, and just having like a really good preseason with our team.
Hope that next year is hopefully back to normal and we're all getting back to regular living. So and just season, like Hannah said, there's always goals and individual goals, but right now we're just hanging out and update you guys on our life and everything that's happened. So we hope you guys enjoyed this.
What videos you guys want to see us do while we're home? Like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.